Where are we going to start? Let's have a look.
About the people that it was done to at first, or them other people that's done.
Okay, Top Girl joins Pearl's box, talks about EQ's AI. Pearl says stop being selective. EQ joins and they have a back and forth. Pearl says they're going to keep going, and going at EQ says others have done the same thing. Stop. Right, okay.
All of these things.
I don't think
this fucks me off. One person getting mentioned all the time. We've all said,
because it always goes back to the person who made it. It will have to go back to, and I know people have forgiven and stuff, but people are going to say what was the root cause of it, and the root cause of it was the person who put it out on the internet. That's why it's always going to go back to it.
So even after then, I'm going to say it again. Alex mentioned about your husband being a rapist, right?
Yes.
That could have been devastating.
Yes, it could.
You still went back to him after that.
Right. Again,
whichever way, I know you're saying it's not about your child, but children were involved, Top Girl. You had a family.
Right, so you're not listening. You're not listening. Right?
Hello, eyes wide open, my darling.
Adult conversations, when two adults are going together, it's an argument with two adults. When you make a video of a man getting into a child's bed, that's totally different. If my
from the AI, I think it was through the door.
husband said, you know what, take the apology, that's him to take the apology.
Window.
Alex made a picture of Albie.
Don't worry about DA, then she made a fucking AI video of Canadian Angie kissing.
Also, CA made the AI. I know EQ, but listen, right, I'm going to be really risky about it. I don't want to fucking carry this on because it drags it, keeps it going. It fucking does. Is there been a change? Yes. What's happened. The only person that people are bringing it up is use it to point score. That's what happens. That's realistic about it. Okay, it was the person that was to accept the apology. The two people to accept the apologies were the most important. Everybody else is an opinion. They can have an opinion. Do you know what I mean? Fine, but to bring the shit up in arguments is fucking wild. Is it for anybody else's to judge what those two people, whether they accept an apology or not? No, sorry, it's not even two, it's three of them, because it was all going backwards and forwards. Let's be realistic about it. It was going backwards and forwards, okay? A whole lot of it was going backwards and forwards. It's up to them three. I've got no judgment on it, so it's happened. What's done is done, okay? They've dealt with it, it's fucking them. I'm not going to carry on talking about this subject because all that will then do will be carrying it on. So what I'm going to say is, it's their choice. Nobody, you know what I mean? It's fucking, it's done. It's over a year now. It's over a year. Listen, you had a woman sitting there crying about broccoli and got gifted massively and heavily over an AI. Okay? So, fucking craziness. That's what I'm going to say on that matter.
Keep bringing the past up.
Exactly. Oh, that's ridiculous. I mean, why are we in the playground?
But what I'm trying to say to you, the fucking 40-facedness on this app is on another level.
I just want to state as well, when we talk, and I know this, DA made a AI of Canadian Ange kissing her son. So I'm just going to state this, and this is my opinion. If everyone's going to be so outraged and talk about shit, and people say it, people in turn say it's not a child, but let's be realistic, it's incest, okay? So at the same token, that's happened, that's done. If CA choose to forgive her, it's crazy, but you're still having a thought process in your head of your son kissing his mum. Okay? So let's not glamorise that either. Okay? Let's not glamorise that either.
Tacken.
Never again.
Tacken. Hi, Babs.
Hello, just to clarify again, because Top Girl was trying to scream over me. People have rewrote history and they've done Chinese whispers, whether that be
I'm
offensive
mute because you can't hear for fucking precious.
Yeah, so people have made up stories, so I challenge anyone to rewatch that AI video that Canadian Angie made, and nobody gets into a bed, no one gets out of a bed, and nobody sits on a bed. Nobody goes anywhere near a bed. So I think it's just a case that people are rewriting history.
Now again, a child was on that couch when that went through and it nearly hit him.
CA. But that's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing. There was a massive back and forth. Listen, I don't get it. Their choice. Let them move on. Has there been a change in that? Of course there is. It's such a better place. Such a better place. That's like me now fucking going at Canadian Ange and going, well, you forgiven Dan. The only reason that's happened, and this is the true reason, is the fact that they can now, there's no one else that either of them can sit with. Okay? There's no one else that either of them can sit with because they're fucking bad. Okay? It's fucking crazy. I'm not going to... Thank you, Helen, for the follow. It does blow my fucking mind. I'm not gonna lie.
About
Oh, we've done that one. I get tagged in so many clips, right? I don't know sometimes. Most of them are all duplicates. There was one I wanted to play. There we go.
them Pockers, and there was another two. Oh, John in the middle of the ocean, and somebody
How chats about bringing up past TG joins and
else. But even to them, and he's
I'm a nice person, never done anything wrong, never said anything wrong. Just saying.
absolutely lovely. Pockers is, but he still can't call people out because he's done shitty things. I'm trying to think of another nice creator.
Do you know how many times we turn and say that people can't fucking stand on things or can't say stuff? It won't matter because people will just continually just bring up past because that's how they do it. Hang on, I love TG, but you didn't play the rest of that for me, Q. Well, because I don't want to carry on. If I carry on this, it will carry it on. So what I'm saying won't stand in any way, shape, or form. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think. And that's my thing. Do you know? Right, what we got?
Wrong with you as well. You need help. The whole lot of you need help if you sit there and believe him as well. Anything that comes out of his mouth, and I'm disappointed in people on Yahoo.
I agree with that.
Who claim to be animal lovers and they've not said nothing about it. So from now on, when you're outraged and sitting there going, I love animals, do you fuck? Because where's your outrage for this?
Blaster's lovely.
At the end of the day, if they did not pass away at his hands, then they passed away because of his negligence.
Okay. I spoke on this briefly the other day, and I turn around and say, I'd like to think he didn't do those songs. However, he's an irresponsible pet owner. Those kittens lost their lives unnecessarily. He's an irresponsible pet owner.
So, for example, Boss Callie, he picked his missus up, smashed her to the ground. He got away with that though, because apparently...
Yeah, he did.
His missus had done something to an animal. So, yet people are still sitting with this monster who's capable of hurting animals and lying about animals, neglecting animals, still sitting with this monster.
But like I've said this before, but it's people will sit with them, right? Because I think it's the mindset. I don't believe some of the shit comes out of his mouth. I don't. I listen. It's a fucking lot, Bambi baby. It's a fucking lot. You know what I mean? I think the only way to it's you know what I mean. And you could be the most... Yeah, it is. You're right, Sassy. Being awful pays well, apparently. Pays absolutely fucking well.
Still having something to do with them. So from now
Give me
on, when
2
you're crying
seconds.
saying I love animals and stuff like that, I'll tell you to fuck
Give me
off,
2
because you
seconds. I'm
don't.
just
You
going to let this
clearly
play.
do not. At all. At all. And another thing, he said, and he'd probably run out and buy one now and say, this is it, look, this is it. He said he had them buried. I don't mean to trigger anyone, by the way. He said he had them buried underneath a lavender bush in his back garden. As far as I know, your back garden is concrete, where cars are parked. So whilst you're sitting there with a CCTV to prove your innocence or to prove that you didn't neglect those animals, then post a picture of your lavender bush in your back garden. He binned them. He'll probably run out and grab a lavender bush now, though, and say they're buried in this little pot, and see
I'm back,
how
I'm
it's
back,
going
I'm
to play
back.
out. He showed a planter. So,
Sorry, guys. I just had to sort that out quickly. Oh, now I've got to put my earpiece back on. I can't hear shit without it. I can't hear shit without it. Sorry, guys.
and you know what? I don't care that his windows got done. To me, I don't see the point on doing someone's windows time and time again if they're not learning a lesson. If you've done them once and they still carry
I agree with that as well. Windows can get fixed, can't they?
on doing the same behaviour,
Yeah, I've
then
eaten, I've eaten.
pointless doing them again.
I've been drinking fresh orange juice and you just need a piss every time.
If anything, you're just affecting that landlord who he's renting the property off. To me, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and sorry for the pun.
That was an awkward time pun. That was I understand where she's coming from. I don't see you doing the windows.
The lavender trees in the front garden, he showed it. Well, he said back garden, so you need to get his story straight.
Just back from Greece and all tragic news, so sorry. What are you sorry for, Deb, my love?
Needs to get his story straight. Nobody deserves what? Nobody deserves it. More fool you for wishing it on. Andrea, more fool you for not having a mind of your own and having toxic signs in your name. That's what I call sad, and that's what I call a
I haven't done it, Mary Lou. I haven't done it yet.
fool. More fool you for believing it. You've never met this person in your life. Never ever met him. And you're sitting there believing every single word he says. I'm actually embarrassed that you've come in here and said more fool you. You're now blocked for that comment. Ross Kelly.
I just said about that. Listen. Yeah.
Neither have you. Care Bear, weren't you the one that recorded something and let that? Oh, I'm not thinking of the wrong one. Boss Kelly come at me over a year ago. I made a video back then. I don't know how humans can defend them. Neither can I. Thank you, Bella. Neither do I.
That wasn't you. Okay, Andrea.
Honestly, I've seen it play out this last week on ya. No one
Evening,
called
Kirsty
it
B.
out. You've had Luke say something. That was.
Listen, I'm going to be fucking realistic with you. Dan made a fucking wild accusation about me. Absolutely farcical and bullshit, right? He wanted me to clap back.
Wrong with you as well.
He wanted
You
me to say
need help.
shit. My choice is I am not giving that person any fucking energy. Anything at all. I'm not even going to, because it's just fucking pointless. It's pointless. Absolutely pointless. Right, what's this?
went and it flew right at the coach. It flew right at the coach, that did. Now, I've had to lie to you all on here. I've had to lie to you all for the past week.
First of all, you don't have to. Okay, I get you, Dad. I get it. Yeah, anyone losing their life like that is sad, isn't it? You didn't have to lie. You didn't.
Week or so.
Dan, you don't stop lying. You don't stop lying, mate. 1 minute, Richmond killed the cats. Then it was 2 dogs who killed the cats. Then you was at the vets when the cats got killed. Then you was in the house when the cats got killed. Then they broke through a metal barrier when the cats got killed. And then there was in a tent that the cat got killed. Then you seen it, the cat wasn't there, the mother wasn't there. And then when Corey asked you, you said the mother was there. Then you said you had it on fucking camera. And then you turn around and said you didn't know what happened. So fucking hell, make it up. But you can't make it up as you go along, mate. You're so full of shit, it's unreal. You've got about a billion different stories to come out.
I've not. Obviously, Rick has fucking obviously knows more and is very aware of what stories have been told.
All you are is full of shit. Anyone, let's play the video.
So, in relation to that, obviously Leland has been staying with me, but I've just...
At one point the kittens, as far as I'm aware, were in the bedroom upstairs and they were moved downstairs. My advice is never move kittens. Never move kittens. Kittens will adapt and adjust when they're ready to come down. Makes no difference.
It's not brought it up, and I've made sure that it's not been heard because of the off. Because no, I've had to cut the end off because that break last week or so.
Big up, little Evie.
So, in relation to that, obviously Leland has been staying with me, but I've just not brought it up.
Is that the video? Oh no, this is the video. I played the wrong.
I'm going to be really honest with you. Had that boy been there, that's wrong. However, I do believe that he had made a statement previously that he wasn't a he, so I'm not going to say whether he is or whether he isn't. I don't fucking know. If he's not, then he's weaponising a child being there. That's about whether they're autistic or not. It's a child, okay? So I don't think autism is actually needed. You're just trying to make it sound worse.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is the one.
Did you see that? Did you see it, loves? One more time.
Every time.
Now, that has been cut off at the end because when they had come round and then they've smashed my window. Now, we know exactly where it's come from because they've more or less admitted it online, haven't they? Again, they did a 10-hour live yesterday.
Yeah, I would have assumed. I would actually, do you know what? You would have heard a noise or a scream or a shout. And that's what, I think that's what would need, I think that's why it's cut off with his night. Good evening, CG.
No, I've had to cut the end off because that brick went and it flew right at the coach. It flew.
No, I was just about to say, he was on a couple of times. I think 2, maybe 3 at fucking most yesterday. 2 or 3 at the most. What, is he insinuating that Ricky done it?
Right at the coach, that did. No.
Evening,
I've
Whoopsie
had
Daisy.
to lie to you all on here. I've had to lie.
Right, 3 hours. So he's insinuating. I'm going to tell you now, right? I don't really get on with Rick, right? But I'm going to tell you now, he's not the person that would get somebody else to do it. If he wanted to talk to you, right? Okay? Yeah, Paula. Right? Ricky would go and knock on your fucking door. Ricky has got more balls than to get somebody to do that. Alright? I'm telling you now. I'm telling you 100% now.
To you all for the past week or so. So, in relation
And let's be really fucking realistic. What would that achieve for Ricky to get someone to do that?
to that, obviously Leland has been staying with me, but I've just not brought it up and I've made sure that it's not been heard because obviously
I
what
believe
people
anything.
will do and how they'll go back and report it. But Leland was sat on the couch when that happened. Leland was sat on...
Knocked on doors, Kelly. Knocked on doors. Still there. I just don't think he would. I don't... And that's an opinion.
the couch when that happened. The brick narrowly, the pebble narrowly missed him. It narrowly missed him. So, we've had to give a statement. It's gone to so...
Let me just state, there are so many people that have been affected or impacted by what that person has said previously, right, that it could actually be any number of people. It could be. So, let's be honest.
Social services as well. I'm currently getting ready. We're going to speak to the solicitor. There isn't going to be a cease and desist on here. What's going to happen is
Evening,
that
Mickey.
all of the ARC has been reported.
Why is the ARC reported? Listen, they've done controversial shit. I've said that to him before, right? The way that the actions and shit and how they've come across previously, I said to him, but what's that got to do? You've got fucking serious fucking proof. You've got to be absolutely 100% certain it's him. Because they're just going to turn around and say, where were you? And go, have you got a witness? Yeah, I've got a witness here.
All of his conduct has been reported.
The positions you've put yourself into that you stick up for Rickster, you should take up yoga. Kelly, I don't get on with him, but I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Okay?
And, well, the fact that he is also around children when he has nearly hit an autistic child. So we know who got that done because he admitted it yesterday on live. He said yesterday that I'll have to move house, and he kept alluding to it over and over and over again. That footage has now been shown. So social services have had to come round again, because obviously the police have been called where that's concerned, because this right here, right there, is where he was sat watching that television, and that's where it come through there. So it now...
Sorry, 2 seconds. I can't really see that.
He said yesterday
I can't show
that
you.
I'll have to move house, and he kept alluding to it over and over and over again.
Can't
That
really
footage
see
has
the
now
clip.
been shown. So social services have had to come round again, because...
Susie, you got level 2 in here. Don't talk to the people when we come in my room like that. Thank you very much.
Obviously the police have been called where that's concerned, because this right here, right there, is where he was sat watching that television, and that's where it come through there.
They come round the corner.
So it narrowly missed him. It narrowly missed an autistic child.
No, Mr. Child. Mr. Child. You're adding autism in. You are adding autism in like it's something that you can just... Because he's autistic. It's a child. Shouldn't happen.
So again, it's made multiple threats. It's almost fucking had a child hit with a brick. So that's going for...
You can't really put that on Ricky's head. That was a family incident. What the fuck has that got to do? Oh my god.
further and further and further now, right? So, and it's going very, 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 very far, believe me. So I've told them, in relation to all of his stuff, what he said, there is no restoration of justice. I'm taking it as far as I can. I want
Yeah, they should be back on in a bit. How long's left on them?
him criminally prosecuting. And yes, loves, yes. So Talia states that she has an autistic child herself. And she also said that
Oh, we've got
the
3
brick
minutes left,
what
haven't
Luke threw last time when he got the house done over hit her child. And how strange is that, that it literally did the fucking
400
same
minutes,
to me.
bloody hell.
So I do believe she was lying with that.
But then they will say the same back to you, won't you? If you're in that house or whatever, you... Oh, fuck me. No, Luke didn't know, no.
But yes, yes. So, I'm guessing when they view the
Evening,
footage,
Olivia.
so there is incitement of hatred, there's intimidation, there's threats to unalive, there's also threats of actual
But that could be determined on everything that you've said before. And also the slander and shit that you've said about other people.
bodily harm. There's slander, there's the comments, which obviously they'll take a lot more, like they'll be a lot more interested in the fact that they're making up stories about having sexual activities with a child, so they want to know what's going on there. So I'm sure that I'm not going to be the only one that's had
What the fuck, man?
social services round. Thank you, Zamina. So yes, give someone enough rope and they'll HING themselves. The police report is done now. The social services report, that'll be being sent to me. I will be then getting on the train and going directly to TikTok head office.
So what you're saying, you've got a team around the family with social services, if that's the case. And because that come through the window and you can't actually prove who it was, it will be classed as a random thing. I can, because you didn't get them spayed.
So, and again, I can tell people now some of the things what I was going to do. Well, what I am going to do. Because nothing can stop
What was that? Dan likes to pick people's thing out. So he's saying what he's going to do or what he's done.
them now. Nothing can stop it. So, the agency itself, that will be going. There'll be no agency soon.
Right, let's get to the crap. I've let him talk his shite. You know what I mean? He's absolutely a whack talker. Like, but do you know what it is with Daniel? Yeah, Daniel's a very uneducated man. Big up him.
Is that... I don't know, Tallulah. I don't know that, Tallulah. I wouldn't... I'm not that clued up on that sort of stuff.
Very uneducated man. I don't know if you know about me, guys. You know, I might come across as a bit of a ruffian, some cap. What I have got.
You are a fucking ruffian. you can't move it any other way. Candyman, my man. How are you, brother? You good? Are you still away?
A degree, believe it or not. It may be digital marketing, but I've still got a degree. You know what I mean? Most of my family, to be fair, are educated, and Talia is a very clever woman. This guy's an absolute imbecile of a man.
I'm good,
An
mate,
imbecile.
I'm good.
All right. So what he's stating is, right, somebody threw a brick through his window, right, so automatically he wants to blame me. He said, oh, it's Rick's. Even though I turned around and said, if you keep saying things about me, watch what happens, right? And to me, that could be anything, but to...
That's one of those... That's one of those things. You have an argument in the street and you're telling them, come on then. Go away in the morning for 2 weeks. Mate. I know you need it. I know you do. Sending you big bear hugs, mate. Love you, bruv, honestly. You know my inbox open, mate. I've got a lot of respect for you, bruv.
Me personally, that was me to go around his house and see him directly, because that's what I do. Number one, I do not throw pebbles through windows. That's the first thing. Number two, I was on TikTok live, so we all know that wasn't.
Can we just turn around and say it was a brick? Was it then later stated it was a pebble?
me. Okay, we was here. I can prove I was here, you all see me, so whatever, he can speak out of his arse. And if I did, say for instance, get somebody to put a window through, and I wouldn't, basically, I'd send a team to do all the windows. I wouldn't just get a pebble through for one window. So what he's done, yeah, is, because it's funny how it happened yesterday and there was a kid in the house, what he's done is had his own windows put through. And
Stevie! Thank you, darling. Get yourself a little pin, my love. Thank you, darling.
To put it out on me, because you know what happened yesterday? I turned around and said to all you, like, if he fucking carries on or speaks about me, right, then you'll see what happens. And then when he come on yesterday, he called me the NONCE again word. So I said, okay, not a problem. This was last night. So he was saying, his windows got done today, and it was me. Like,
no, you're fine, B.
Fucking, you know, I'm hundreds of miles away from where he lives. But that's the first thing. But believe
no, you do. It's a thank you. It's appreciation and thank you.
With me, it wouldn't be a window. It would not be a window. And when Talia had all her windows put through and her car windows through, right, the police couldn't do anything. They couldn't arrest anyone. And if the police did arrest me, which they wouldn't, but how can they arrest me? Dan said that.
Yeah, it's a double glazing window. You know it last time because the Stone only done the one on the outside, didn't do the one on the inside.
Did it? Dan says that I had his windows put through, it was me, so the police got to come. No, they wouldn't have phoned me up. But they'd have to phone everybody else up, because hasn't Corey had his windows done in the past? Hasn't he fell out with Luke? Hasn't he fell out with the likes of fucking Fran? Hasn't he fell out with Pearl? Hasn't he fell out with the Blaster? The Blaster's fucking knows loads of people. Didn't he have his fucking windows done? How many times has he had his windows done?
Thank you, CG.
3 or 4 times. There's the first thing. And secondly, the social services are get involved, because you had your windows through and I made threats online. Hang on a minute, let's talk about you. You're online every weekend sniffing gear. There's a video out there of Leland, whatever his name.
That would be a big questionable thing, because I'm pretty certain that you know what this happens like. At some point or another, information will be put through by random people on here about other people with regards to that. Okay? And then they would have to question whether that's... Oh, Baz, don't brag about it, mate. They would then question whether that would be a safe environment, especially after the first time. I don't know if it's the second time, third time, fourth time. I don't know.
He's giving you narcotics. On top of that, you talk about sexual activity with kids, family members, men, right? You're always absolutely spaced out your face. You're talking about kicking graves over. You're very unhinged, very, very unhinged. And on top of that, yeah, all your cats have just been alive, and your dog. Right, when people think it's you who've done it, right, and then you want to turn around and state, yeah, that, you know what I mean, that you're not in the firing line. Listen, let me just tell everybody straight in here, the police or the social services would do fuck all. And
thank you, Paige.
If he went to fucking TikTok HQ, if he did.
I'm good, Leanne, thank you. How are you, man?
They're slandering on live, and, and so what do you think TikTok could do? I'll tell you what,
What I'm going to say on this, with regards to the agency, other shit has happened that's been said worse from the agency account, and stuff that has gone happen that's worse than what this is, and they're still with the agency. They still have the agency. So, do you know what I mean?
Remove an elite agency because, well, you know what I mean, one of the managers is on live, says the fuck word and says a few things. Oh, the fuck? Absolutely, it's about targets, meeting targets for businesses. This geezer is a fucking absolute simpleton of a man. Simpleton. And let me state, goes out to the Dan, you owe me 5.5.
What I'm going to say here is, though, Rick, and I'll be honest with you, when everyone, right, said about him joining the agency and everything else, right, even in TikTok All Stars, when he was joining the agency, everybody said the purpose he was doing it was because he believed at that time where all the shit was going on between you and Luke and everything else, he saw an opportunity, okay? And I think you did as well. I think you saw the fact that he could still bring in some good figures because he was pushed for Live Pro. Didn't get it, he got knocked out of it. But at the same token, right, at that point, evening Kate, my darling, how are you, love? I do believe that you saw that as money. I don't think you saw his behaviour at first. I think you saw the money first. My opinion.
$1,000. That's what you owe me. Big up, Jem. 5.5 grand. Right. For what you've said about me and my family members, and I've told you straight, yeah. This is just the beginning. I ain't even started, mate. But let me tell you straight, I wouldn't be putting any pebbles through your window, and I wouldn't be paying anybody to put fucking thing for you. Hey, Black McLean, who are you? I don't even know who you are. Why are you jumping in my box? Are you in my box? Drop me a pop lemon, some art meat, and explain why you're in my box so you get blocked. All right, don't Ellie come in my box, yeah, but don't know who you are. All right. So you know what I mean? So don't come in here saying, oh yeah, Rick said I'd have a pebble for your window, mate, because that's the last thing I'd do. And you know what I mean? And if
It does,
I wouldn't be
Angie.
coming in here and saying, oh, look, a Sam Walker. That ain't about me, do you know what I mean? But I would rather land at your house where you are and do it there face to face.
I'm
you know
good,
what I mean?
thank you,
You
Kate,
said a lot
my
of
darling.
personal stuff. It's a little bit more than a brick. And let me tell you now, guys, it's about closing his fucker's mouth here because of the sick stuff he says about Luke and Talia and my grandparents and uncles and aunts. It's about shutting that cunt's mouth. You will never shut that cunt's mouth by throwing a fucking brick through his window.
I agree. It will make him a victim. I fucking agree. Anything like that will make him that will just makes him a victim.
Whoever's thrown a brick through Dan's window, whoever's did it, right, you know what I mean? I don't care everything. You will not close that man's mouth up by doing that. You need more to do to Daniel than throw a brick through his window. Because what you do, you give him clout, you give him fucking a storyline, he'll come back and he's going to use, this is what I'm saying, I'm 99.9% positive he probably got a local lad to put a pebble through his window and then put it up in a TikTok, you know what I mean? I guarantee, and tell you what, Dan, you need double glazing then, because how many times your window
He has got double glazing.
has been put through?
Thank you,
How many
Andrew, as well.
times? You're speaking out of your ring piece, you're an absolute imbecile of a man. Absolute imbecile. Do you know what I mean? And do you think fucking anybody would phone me up with a word of mouth and go, oh yeah, well, I think that they need hard, sufficient evidence, hard evidence. Not me wanting to slap the head off you, yeah? Because you've got about 1 million enemies. You speak out your...
Rick's right. I would assume so, Holly. Pebble Brick, fucking, I don't know. Listen, I don't agree with anyone turning up. If you want to have a fucking issue, go meet in a fucking, go and do it in the car park. You got that much of a fucking issue, and you need to have a fucking straightener. Don't do addresses, do a car park. Meet in between. And if you're gonna, or in a better way, talk about it, resolve the situation, and act like fucking adults. Don't need to drag shit. Don't need to be derogatory or anything like that.
In peace, mate, you literally chat the utmost waffle. You're a fucking idiot. And let me just tell you that I am, never will be,
Exactly.
the kind of man ever to be like threatened or I'm gonna do. You'll do fuck all. I don't care what you say. I don't give a fuck what comes out your mouth. I don't give a fuck, yeah, if you've got an army of SIS fucking commandos protecting you at all times. You are a fucking wanker and you will not get away.
Yeah, let's do it, Paula. Let's do it. Can I bring the strawberries? You bring the cream? Just for like a before, you know?
What you've said, that's all I'm saying, and that's truth. You know what I mean? I don't care, that's the truth. Alright. But I don't throw pebbles through windows, believe me. Yeah, it just proves that you're an absolute weirdo, Aldine. You're an absolute weirdo. You know what I mean? An animal killer that says the worst about kids is, you know what I mean? I've even got fucking evidence coming today about him literally bloody sucking off young lads. You know what I mean?
Main, no. Can I just say, I don't know whether that's true or not, but if you're gonna shout, please fucking think of the people at that time. They're vulnerable. If that's true, don't even bring it to the outbreak, because that's vulnerable people. It's fucking vulnerable people. Do you know what I mean? If we're talking 18 or below, are fucking vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll be honest with you, right? As much as say 16, I still believe it should be 18. 18 is your legal age to vote, and I still class 18 and under as vulnerable. I do. But Brick, please don't do that, because if they're under 18 or even have a level of vulnerability, that would be unfair to them. You may know it and you may have seen it, okay, but then it should, yeah, exactly, it should go to the police. It shouldn't be anything to use in a battle and backwards and forwards.
I mean, that's truth. I'll be telling you all the person's name later on. Geezer's a wrong-un. He's an absolute wrong-un, that's what he is. An absolute wrong-un. And he can't say anything. Do you understand the evidence I've got on this geezer as well, and what he's said? Calling P the nonce word. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm going to say it again. Why at that point, Novik, and Tanya as well, why at that point when he said the worst and everybody else was getting blamed for his behaviour, did you say, join the agency? I don't get that. I don't get that. Do you know what I mean? But this is the problem. I don't get that.
Calling me names, saying that I'm doing sexual activity with my own cousin. You know what I mean? Calling me the GAY. Do you know?
Because I can play whoever the fuck I want, Rhea. I can play whoever the fuck I want.
Do you understand that? Do you know what I mean? That's also reactive abuse. How you doing, Savage? Means reaction. That's reactive abuse. This is what I'm saying on that.
Thank you,
This is
Kylie.
reactive abuse.
I love
So
my
when he's
fucking
saying
mods.
the worst sick stuff in the world about me and my family members, right?
I don't think you... Do you know what? You can't... I don't think you can do that at all with anybody. I don't think you could do that with anybody. If anybody has the mindset that you could control them or change them, it ain't going to happen. Because you may have a period of time where you'll see a difference, but there will be another time where you see it. Nothing changed. Person didn't change. That side hasn't changed. It's still there. It's still fucking there. It makes no difference.
Do you understand how serious that is? He threatened Claire Duffy's child. Big up, Jojo.
Oh, listen, he done that, but she went back. Fucking more for her. More for her. Do you know, there's one thing you won't see me do. Is battle the people that I don't agree with, or that in my opinion, that I do not sit with at all. You will never... I could sit there, the amount of invites that Dan has sent, and others have sent, I won't battle them. I could sit there and go, I could do it and say, look, I'll be hate gifted for doing it, but I don't do it. I don't do it. Well, I wonder where you're coming from. And I spoke about that months ago.
And he would drag her out of bed. This is the kind of person he is. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I've got video after video after video after video where he's threatening kids, where he's threatening to go to Luke's. Big up, Emma. Threatening to go to Luke's, where he's saying stuff about her grandparents, saying stuff about me. He has do you know what I mean? That is craziness. There's like piles and piles and piles of evidence. Not only that, I've got him slating everybody across the app. So do you know what I mean? If, you know what I mean? The authorities are more than welcome to knock my door or give me a phone call and say, oh, I would just start telling them to F off. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I wouldn't even be a fucking arrested because they'd go, you know what I mean? Because I haven't done.
I agree with it. They're not going to do nothing. Unless you've got full hard evidence, they are not going to do a single fucking thing. They will not do a single thing unless there is evidence. It's just not going to happen. It is just not going to happen.
Who let you in, Zach?
I'm alright.
Shreen, thank you for the follow.
I'm a bit irritated.
Oh, fuck me, here he is. Here he is. It's only taken him 3 days to come up and make something about him. Only 3 days. Maybe 4.
I don't want beef, but yesterday a lady came in your box and I saw it on the FYP, and it was said that she was my neighbour, and Tyler, you made it out like I'd been talking about her behind my back, and it's
your junkie neighbour.
She's not a junkie though.
Yeah, she is.
She's not. You don't know her.
Yeah, but she came in here being.
I saw a bit of that, and she was quite rude to Talia, but she was She was going in. She was sticking up for Pearl, but she was quite rude to Talia. But again,
Talking and being rude.
No, but that's not my issue, and she doesn't need to be outed as my neighbour, and it causes me issues in my personal life.
But then don't
But who told Talia it was your neighbour?
introduce me to somebody that's giving
I
me
never
grief.
introduced you to her.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, but you're both followers of God. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Well, then what's the fucking problem, the
I'm not
weirdo?
patronising you. I'm just saying, please don't bring me into your bullshit and cause me problems, because I've never slagged her off in my
Hey,
life.
do you know what it is, babe? What
I
it
never
is,
said
what
you
it is,
did.
obviously when
These
our
are my
baby was being
Hang on. No, I can talk for myself. I never said you said anything about her. I said I did my due diligence and I know who she is. And I know she's your neighbour. You introduced me to her and she's done but nothing but fucking troll me since, Zach. So have a day off.
No, it's only the last 24 hours.
No. She's been in my DMs. She's been in my DMs. And she's been leaving comments all over videos. So please, you know what I'm like.
Yeah, but I'm going to say, I'm not falling out with you, but...
I'm not falling out with you either, but...
So why come up in the box? If you don't want to fall out with them, why come up on a live, right? If you've got their numbers, why come up in a live? Why make a thing in a live? Why not phone them?
Like, don't introduce me to
in
her.
My personal life, I don't need to be dragged into it. She's got a separate
You
opinion,
said,
that's
hang on. You said, Talia, this is my neighbour.
And
Make
she's
friends with
lovely.
her. Well, she ain't.
But she's got a difference of opinion to me.
No.
And that's it.
Yeah, but Zach, you could say that.
But
Hang
she's
on.
a troll.
And
Fucking hell, it's not even on my fucking clip, is it? It's not even on me, it's on Bastard there. I'm fucking that record's trolling the shit out of me.
But no, when it starts affecting, I'm not doing affecting my personal life again. I had to move for a reason. And
yeah, but I'm just saying, Zach, you sit with people who say the worst about me and Talia, mention that baby loss, and you sit with them.
My business.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's our business. If she comes in and speaks about us, we're not going to speak about it, mate.
Zach hasn't commented.
You sit with people who say the worst and mock our baby loss and go, oh, yeah, I think you're great. I've seen you do it. I've got all the comments. I've got all the screenshots, bro. We're all being slagged and you're sat with them.
Everyone's beef is not my business. I'm protecting my peace.
Exactly, but what about when your beef was all over the internet and I had your back, Zach? What about when I had your back?
Yeah, you've had my back and I've
You've never had mine, Zach. You've never ever had mine or Talia's. But I've had yours.
I've you under the bus.
I've not no, but you sit with people who mock our child loss, mate.
But again, that's not my business.
But mate, don't you think it's sick that you're sitting with somebody who's mocking our child loss, bro? Come on, man.
I don't agree with
do you know when people were mocking your SA, mate? I had your back, and you were great. I had your back. I went mad at. Listen, I fell out with family members over you. Family members. Where's my?
Listen, the truth of the matter is, you didn't even need to get up there, Zach. I'll be honest with you. You could have just messaged them and not said anything. But I think you've done it for a reason.
Where's your morals towards me? There must have, and you've got a little bit of morals, because I haven't seen any, Zach.
Just because I'm not.
Months and months and months I've stood on you, Zach. Months and months. Not fucking once have you stood on me when I've heard a mention of my baby. You not once said, don't say that, I've already. You turn around and said in the comments, do you think you're great? That's what you've said.
Sorry, what?
I said you turn around and said they're great.
No, guys, I'm not mixed up. I just don't follow the crowd. I say what I think. And I'll probably cover it for 5 minutes and say, yeah, I don't agree with it. Then I move on. I don't need to run a whole show about it to keep the views in and get the gifts in. I say my piece and I move on. If you don't see it, that's not my issue. But I do.
Same. And I think that your neighbour who you introduced me to is a fucking troll and a horrible person.
And what you should be saying to your neighbours, Zach, listen, Talia's a good friend of mine. Talia's a good friend of mine. Stop fucking trolling her. Right, leave her alone. She's my mate. Because why does she think, being your neighbour or friend, that she can troll Talia? When that was my neighbour, I'd say, don't fucking troll Zach. I know Zach, he's a good friend.
I wouldn't even come up and say, my neighbour come up, that's what I'm pissed off about. If my neighbour come up in somebody else's box, right, and was having a go at someone, well, who the fuck, in the nicest possible way, I ain't going to go and fucking tell them what to do, and I'm certainly going to jump up and defend my neighbour. If they're big enough to get up in the box and go at someone, that's their fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? Don't come up and try and defend your neighbours, Zach, when your neighbours come in and had a go, and the other person's gone back at them. Do you know what I mean? The guys at your neighbour are like, yeah, no, don't know the fuck they are, mate. On your own, mate.
I didn't even know she was getting trolled.
Yeah, she's trolling it and she's inboxing her nasty messages.
Well, why didn't Talia message me then and say,
because I don't care.
She never knew because she
There you go.
came in the box yesterday when Talia was here. She came in the box when Talia was here.
I only found out about it today.
Yeah. She was saying horrible stuff. Her name's Kelly.
Honest opinion, I wouldn't bring it to you because I couldn't give a fuck. I will tell her she's a cunt. I don't need you to tell her she's a cunt. I will. But then don't come back to me and say, why are you picking on my neighbour? Because, I just told you.
Well, no, I didn't say don't pick on my neighbour. I just said, one, she's not a junkie, and two, don't drag me into it. Because it's nothing to do with
I haven't. I haven't even mentioned
it.
Well,
She didn't even mention that. She just said it was Zach's neighbour. That's all was said.
And Zach, what you should be doing, mate, you should be going to your neighbour door, knocking on the door and say, listen, lay off Talia, stop hating her.
Mate.
and
She's
jumping
my
on the
mate.
bandwagon because
It is
she
actually
started
my
on Talia's
business
act.
because I was mentioned, so it is my business.
Yeah, well,
Especially when it starts-
No, you inserted yourself in that. You didn't need to get up there. You didn't need to get up there. Oh, look.
Cease and desist. See you in court.
Oh, piss off.
Yeah.
So, Talia Dean called out Lucifer for doxing her address.
Which I spoke about yesterday. Oh.
See you in court. Cease and desist. See you in court. Yeah, I'll see you in court and you'll look.
I know where this is going.
Because you've done it for years. And you're making it worse.
You're lying on this
I'm
point
giving
with
you a
regard to
chance.
Talia's address. I'm sorry, but I'm going to correct this. You're lying.
I'm
And you
not
know
lying.
You
Listen, he's going to want a fucking apology as well, won't he? Zach, I really can't. The shit you've done and you've said and how you, the victim shit, I'm not even going to. I'm not even going
Go
to.
on forever. Some people just do.
Oh, my word. Rickster responds to a clip of EQ. He says, I know you've been quiet for a while, but he thinks she should put her old shoes on for a few weeks.
Do not quit, you know what I mean? And you know that better than anyone. He will not quit, he will carry on and continue. And I'm ever so sorry to say, Chelsea, you know what I mean? What you should do is put back on your old shoes for a couple of weeks. You know I've got your back, you know what I mean? You know Luke will have your back, there's like Blaster will have your back, there's many on here who will have your back, and we should go in force. And what we should do is find out whatever he's done, whatever he's gone, whatever he's done. Yeah, he might earn for a little while, but eventually you're going to skin him, because...
I kind of disagree with that. Because I think, listen, EQ was dragged into it by the other one. Okay, she chose not to say anything. Even in Tanya, my darling, she chose not to say anything. Okay, she chose to know that if she did, he will gain monetary from that back and forth, which she is right. Liz, come up. Liz, come up. Lisa, come up. Come up. No, don't block them. Unblock them. Fucking idiots. Absolute fucking idiots. Imagine trying to use that to come at me. Fuck off. Fuck right off. Lisa, you're welcome back in now. Where are you, Lisa? Come on. Lisa, with your 15 followers. Lisa Smith. Come on. Private account there, Lisa. Unblock her. Wait for her to come back in. Hi, Bert, my darling. How are you? Oh, guys, before I fucking forget, on my last post, I've got my first ever international battle on Sunday. Right, Carly, no worries, my darling. Right? On Sunday. Yeah, I know who it is. On Sunday, first ever international battle. Never done it before. Pushing boundaries. So if you could just come along and just tap the screen for me. Just tap. I don't care anything else. Just to build it. I much appreciate it. I'm really buzzing for it. I'm good, thank you, Bex. Right.
He's already confessed, yeah, to...
It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on Sunday. Oh, no, Saturday. 8 o'clock Saturday. I think it's Saturday. 8 o'clock. 25th. Yeah, Saturday. It is 8 o'clock Saturday.
Literally being ran out of an area. It come out of his own mouth, not mine. He tried to say it was me, but I didn't say anything. So he's got a lot of stuff hidden under the rug. I also know people who know him have said stuff about him who I will be bringing to the platform as well. So what I suggest is, I know you've been quiet for a long time.
That'll be good. No, you're absolutely fine. 100% absolutely fine, Carly. And I listen, and I know why you done it. But if someone wants to come in and make wild shit, get up in the box. Come back it. I'm done with the crap. Come back it. If you can't back it, fuck off.
and everyone's got, you know what I mean, you love the peace and you love the quiet.
Thank you, Tanya.
I honestly believe, EQ, that if you put on your old shoes and I put on my proper old shoes, because don't get me wrong, I'm quite nice.
Right, as I was saying, Dan thought that EQ was coming back to almost be the king and queen. But what actually happened, and I truly believe that EQ found her comfort place, her place where she was. She didn't dance to when he wanted her to dance. Like he kept saying, come to me, come to me, come to me. She didn't want to. And anybody that knows that goes in EQ's room, I'm telling you now, don't tell her what to do. That's her room, her choice. If she wants to do it, she'll do it. If she doesn't, she fucking won't. Okay, it's her room, and it really frustrates her. Okay, because, and I think it's to do with ADHD. It's the fact she knows what she wants. She knows her room. She knows that, and she doesn't need that. She doesn't like that. It is exactly, Anne. Exactly.
Now, nowhere near like I was, and you put on your old shoes, and I did. And obviously whoever else wants to jump in, you got Talia, you got Luke, and this guy wouldn't have a chance because he's going to have it at every angle, bringing up everything, what he's done to his auntie, what he's done to this lad, what he's doing to social workers.
I'll be honest with you, Rick, I think you start doing that, you're going to make them, it will become across as you're going to make them, but it ain't going to change shit. Ain't going to change shit.
And he needs closing up forever. Do you know what I mean? Not just only on the app, but off the app too. He's too much. He's He's really, really too much. He's not. You know what I mean? And so I disagree with you. I think sometimes the only way you can win anybody's fighting fire with fire. I'm sorry, because otherwise it doesn't end. It doesn't end. And it will never end. You know what I mean? It's like
I stated this months ago. The more you go back, the more it makes the issue.
Somebody taking a shot at you with a firearms and
listen, I'm fully aware he's probably even going to say something because I've spoken on all this today.
Hitting you, and then you not firing back because you think they're not going to pull the trigger again. I'm ever so sorry to say they will, because it's you over them. Remember that. Sometimes you've got to fight fire with fire. If somebody clubs you with a stick, you've got to club them back. So yeah, EQ. I don't know if you got it in you. I really don't, but I honestly believe that you should stick on your old.
Listen, everybody, let me tell you now, everybody has that in them. Everybody. It's how we choose and how we want to go and how we get perceived. Everybody knows if you want to be a Kent, you can be a Kent, but there's ways of doing that you don't need to be, and you can shut the shit down.
Choose, even if it's for a couple of weeks, and I really believe that you should come back, just for a while. Just come back as Evil Queen, not Chelsea, and show this man what time it is. That's my thoughts, because you'll probably give me the initiative then to come back as Ruthless Rickster.
Fucking Ruthless Rickster. Come back as Mad Frankie Fraser, shall I? I've never been mad. Do you know what I mean? But I don't agree with him. Oh, Lady Whistledown.
Dear, gentle listeners, many have won.
Okay. Yeah, I don't agree with it. The reason I've been absent.
Wondered why I have remained unusually quiet of late. The answer, I'm afraid, is painful.
Fucking hell.
Obvious. The atmosphere upon this app has become so rancid,
my darling.
So drenched in hostility and performative nonsense.
How are you, sweet? You're
one
right.
Would have to be a fool to mistake it for entertainment. At a certain point, the drama becomes repetitive and, quite frankly, absurd. For instance, the toxic one continues to peddle his crude remarks on recycled scandals, his made-up stories of vandalism.
I'm good, Notorious.
I fear he is apparently under
really
the charming
muggy down this way
delusion
today, to be fair.
that
It's like,
being
you know,
a drama
sticky
queen
horrible.
is the same as being relevant. I hate to disappoint him, but it is not. All it is, it shows how foolish he is. Whether this is a strategy, a cry for attention, or it is simply the
There's
limit
nothing there. He's fucking
of
horrible,
his talents,
Katie, it's horrible.
is a question best left to those with more patience than I possess. As for his actions towards Talia and Richard, they were warned about this alliance long before the inevitable spectacle unfolded. Taking such a vulgar individual into your agency was a big mistake, and it was always going to end in tears and
100%. 100%. Do you know what I'm going to say this? I think Talia saw him as a lost person. And I think Talia tried to go in, she done their fashion thing, whatever, and I think she thought that she could make him to keep, because before it went this way, or before you saw what you see now, there was funny quirks, and I believe that she could have done that. Do you know what I mean?
tantrums. But it is a curious habit, choosing questionable company and then acting shocked when said company reveals itself to be exactly as dreadful
I agree
as
with
advertised. The remedy, though, starve him of attention. Do not share his clips or lives, do not reward his theatrics, and do not elevate his every petty tantrum into a public show. Attention is his lifeline and his payday, and quite frankly, he has been overpaid for far too long. He is nothing without it. Sometimes the sharpest response is not a rebuttal, but a complete and elegant refusal to participate.
Yeah, agree, Hannah.
Until next time.
Love you, Lady Whistledown. I do love you. I love her thought process. I do love her thought process. What else have we got? Right. This is ALC. Alright? Yeah, she does.
We need to go out. I need...
She's drunk and I think she's been smoking.
Andrew Tate. Hot sausage.
Sorry, you're bigging up Andrew Tate, who's currently in an American prison and also been in prison recently about female trafficking. Are you fucking for real? Are you absolutely fucking for real?
Sausage, darling. Andrew Tate, we like you. We want you. 7 years. I'm still a virgin.
You're fucking wearing capri pants, that one, yeah.